What's up, guys? Peace. It's your boy JayThat'sMe. Let's talk about and discuss NXT for February the 7th, 2023. And this show was decent. I enjoyed a decent bit of it. We got a lot of story to dig our teeth into and to talk about and discuss. So we kicked the show off with Trick and Melo. They hit the ring. They ask for the music to be cut. So Trick talks up the crowd, and he takes a couple shots at Apollo for not winning the 2 out of 3 falls. So Carmelo gets on the mic, and he delivers his Melo is. Trick Williams keeps on interrupting, and him and Melo and Trick begin to laugh because Trick keeps interrupting him. So Carmelo brags about having a clean sweep at Vengeance Day, and says now he has the whole NXT universe shook because they knew he's what he says he is. He's the one. He is him. Carmelo says he's defeated everyone. He said he would but there's still one man that needs to get a t-shirt put on him, and that one man is and there's just one event big enough to hold him. That man is, and then he's interrupted by JD McDonagh, and I admit it was like, oh my God, why do we keep putting JD McDonagh in these NXT title situations? It doesn't work. He's not going to be NXT champion. He's not going to be the face of the brand. It's just not going to happen. Put him in the mid-card or bring him on the main roster. Seriously. Enough of JD McDonagh in the title picture. It's ridiculous. It makes no damn sense at all. So JD says it sounds like Carmelo was about to challenge for the NXT title. JD goes on about how he thinks that Melo is from an entitled generation, thinking he's the coolest member of the roster. JD tells Carmelo he's the coolest on the roster, but in the ring, where it matters, he's not fit to hold JD's jockstrap, which I disagree with 10,000%. Even though I'm a fan of JD McDonagh, I like him, but no. JD says Carmelo isn't ready for the big title or to be the face of this brand. So Carmelo gets on the mic, start talking stuff to JD, and he says that he thought he beat everyone, but it looks like he left a survivor. So they continue back and forth to bicker back and forth on the mic, and then Hayes, he issues a challenge to face JD tonight, and then they have some more words, and then JD accepts the challenge, and then JD and Trick and Melo dip out. So I'm fine with this, but I am tired of JD McDonagh, just popping up in these title situations when we know he's had chance after chance, and really it's just time to put him on the main roster. Skip him being in the mid-card scene. Just put him on the main roster, please. Like, seriously. Like, there should be a limit to how many chances you get to become, champion in NXT. Like, if you miss 3 or 4 times, you have to go. Like, we either need to find a storyline or a feud to get you involved in, or we have to send you to the main roster. That's what needs to happen with JD. Moving on. So, the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Fallon Henley and Katana James, they're walking around backstage. So, Fallon says she watched the Vengeance Day match back, and she figured out that Kiana cheated by holding her feet down on the pin. So Kiana says Henley didn't see her, needed the ref. So what do you want to do? Hand the titles back. So Kiana says James won and is a champion for the first time in her life. Fallon says it feels great, but they're gonna have to give a rematch to Casey Squared. And then Kiana says she's not sure about that, but she'll see. And Fallon says the one thing that's not up for discussion is this. She asked if Kiana is going to tell Jensen, who she was on the phone with last week. And then Kiana says, Kiana basically explains to Fallon that it was nobody. It was nobody. And then Henley, she says she's going to tell Jensen now. Then he tells her to wait. So they go to the locker room, and it's a surprise party of a bunch of NXT superstars congratulating them on their win. So that's pretty cool, I guess. So, next, first match of the night. Ruka versus Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark wins via a reverse GTS. Post-match, Zoe Stark beats down Ruka for a second, but then Ruka hits the Snow Snatcher out of nowhere. So that's really good shit right there. I like it. We need more of Ruka. We really do. And she has black in her. She has a black father. If you don't believe me, type in her name on TikTok, and there's a picture. No, there's a little video of her and her parents dancing, and her father is probably like 6'1", 6'2", maybe even 6'3". But check that out. I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, because I thought that this girl was full blown European. But, nah, she got some black in her. So, yeah. Moving on. So, more of the backstage stuff with the surprise party. So, Kiana thanks Briggs and Jensen for throwing them a party. Jensen says he wants to make it special for her because she's special to him. Pretty Deadly, they show up, and they're looking real homeless. They haven't slept in like 4 days. 3 days. So they confirmed this, and they said they haven't slept since Vengeance Day. They're sad about not winning the titles. So they then see Chase University. And so Andre Chase does his usual cuss folks out stick. So he's pissed off and says, Pretty Deadly will get the shit kicked out of them by Chase U. So, and they're over drinking too, so I don't know what was in his cup. I have no idea what was in Chase U's cup. Andre Chase's cup. I don't know. Might be some Ciroc. I don't know. But whatever it was, it fucked him up. Next, we see Davakato head to the ring. Oh, boy. So it's Davakato versus versus Dante Chen, who we saw a lot when NXT 2.0 first originated. He got kind of a little mini push, and now he's just enhancement talent. So Davakato wins via the set-out powerbomb for the win. Post-match, he gets on the mic. He's stopped by Kelly Kincaid. So I guess they have another backstage person besides Mackenzie Mitchell, which is always good. So she asked Davakato why he came back and why he turned on Apollo Crews. So Davakato says Crews knows what he did, and that's why he dropped his ass. Then he dips out. And I'm just like, what the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? That makes no damn sense. Like, these guys haven't seen each other in well over a year. So how in the hell are you still going to have heat with somebody whom you haven't even seen in a year? And it doesn't even make any sense. Help me make sense of this shit. Like, seriously. This makes zero sense at all. I have no idea why they're even going down this route. It just doesn't make any sense. We should have gotten more of a build-up like weeks ago, like months ago even. Even like when Apollo first arrived in NXT last year, with him being there about 2 months in, we should have maybe saw Dabba-Kato then. I don't know. Moving on. So the Creeds, they're back with Diamond Mine. They're back. So basically, the Creeds, they're in the training room with Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. So Julius, he apologizes to Ivy for what happened. Brutus says they have to get Indusure and Jinder Mahal back. Tatum asks the trainer if Ivy is going to be cleared, and he says, yeah, she'll be cleared soon. Out of nowhere, IIja Dawn and Alba Fyre enter the room. So IIja accuses Tatum of attacking Nikki Lyons in the parking lot, saying she's a lone wolf and isn't a part of the Diamond Mine. Paxley says Lyons was already down when she got there and when she goes over her alibi. So basically, IIja says an innocent person would have just said no. And the Creed star just, she just did, if it was her. So Paxley says it wasn't her, and Ivy believes her. So next, Mackenzie Mitchell, she's backstage with Roxanne Perez. She's still giddy and on this emotional high of retaining her NXT Women's Championship from Vengeance Day. So she's feeling excited and ready after Vengeance Day. And she said she couldn't let Gigi or Jacy leave with the title. So out of nowhere, KC Square, they interrupt. They say it must have been nice to walk in Charlotte with a title and leave with it. So they say that they were screwed. Roxanne says that she's sorry, but they're too good not to get the NXT women's titles back. So they then ask, is the champ going to make sure they get another shot? They got screwed. Nobody's talking about it, and that's not okay. So they begin to attack Roxanne Perez some more, saying that she has no friends. Perez says she's been in this situation before, and they both say, well, how did that work out for you? And then Perez, she has some more words with Buff KC Squared, and she says she's going to make a phone call to show them that she does have friends. So, again, I don't understand where this little heel turn is coming from when it comes to KC Squared. Like, we all know that they're going to get a rematch in due time. It just doesn't make sense. I don't get it. And shouldn't they be looking for the champions? That's what I would be doing in this situation. I don't know. Next, IIja Dawn versus Tatum Paxley. IIja Dawn wins via the inverted DDT. So I do like this. I don't know if Alba Fyre is under the spell of IIja Dawn. I hope she's not. I hope this is like a legit heel turn for her, but probably not. It's probably just going to be some hocus pocus magic involved. I don't know. So we then see a silver car arriving to the parking lot, and that was weird. So thankfully nobody got hurt, because it is the NXT parking lot, and you know shit goes down in the NXT parking lot. So someone's wearing black pants and black boots and steps out, so we can't see who they are. Then, match of the night for me. Well, it should be for anybody watching it. Carmelo Hayes versus JD McDonagh. This was a phenomenal, decent TV match. I enjoyed this thoroughly. In the end, we saw the return of IIja Dragunov, who we haven't seen in months. So he came out and he made a big entrance. He took out Trick with the mascot torpedo, and then basically Hayes he wins via a roll up, so he wins off of the distraction. And so IIja has a little stare down with Carmelo, because Carmelo's like shook. He's shook big time. And Dragunov sets up for the torpedo, but he actually hits JD, and then JD runs away. He escapes to the crowd, and then Dragunov follows and chases JD. So I like this. It's pretty cool. I'm guessing we're going to get some more of the feud over from NXT UK. I'm fine with it. It's not really that important. I'm just glad to see Dragunov back. I do think that IIja Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, that would bang whenever we get that. Hopefully we get that when Carmelo wins at Sin and Deliver, and maybe around SummerSlam weekend we get IIja and Carmelo. That would be tremendous right there. That'd be great. That would be great. So Thea Hill, she's backstage with Tiffany Stratton. She's putting on her makeup and getting ready. Tiffany Stratton looks good. She looks damn good. So Thea says she saw Tiffany's TikTok about Chase U, and Stratton says, great, another follower of mine. And then Thea asks why she doesn't like Chase U. Thea says that the school is fun, people are nice, and colors are nice, classes are easy. So, out of nowhere, Thea randomly mentions how she didn't finish her paper, talking about, John Cena's WrestleMania moment, and it's not due until tomorrow. And then Tiffany says that Chase U is tacky, cringy, and annoying. She asks why Thea Hill is still here and no one likes Chase U. No one wants to go there. Hale has some breathing exercises. She does some breathing exercises to calm down. She counts to 3. And then Thea says she only cares, Tiffany only cares about herself, her cars, her makeup, and anything about herself. All Thea Hale cares about is Chase U, because they have open arms to they have open arms to anyone and don't care about your size, shape, or background or anything. If you're not down with that, and then Trans asks, what, Chase U? And Sid says, no, suck it. And so basically what's the girl's name? Oh yeah, the Schism chick. Her name escapes me right now. Okay, it's coming back. Ava Raine, my bad. My bad. Ava Raine, so she appears and she basically abducts Thea Hale. So we see Toxic Attraction. They're arriving to the arena, but they're doing it separately, so I'm fine with that. So we still see more party stuff from Kiana, James, and Fallon Henley. So it's still going on. This is like the third segment of this. So Fallon says she has something to talk to Jensen about, but he has something to talk to her about. So they go back and forth who's going to speak first. And Brooks says that he's having his first ever Valentine's date with Kiana James next week. He's excited and in love. And it seems like Fallon in this moment was hurt. She was kind of taken back by it, because she probably wanted to, do a Valentine's date with Jensen. I would assume, right? That's what the story is basically promoting, right? So Fallon, she doesn't want to ruin his mood, so she just thanks Briggs and Jensen for everything they've done. And then they continue to party. So we all know that I do think that the date between Kiana James and Jensen is going to go terribly wrong. She's probably going to end up breaking Jensen's heart, and it's probably going to lead to Fallon being right all along, and in due time, she'll probably tell her true feelings to Jensen in due time as well. I think that's where we're going to go with this. Next, Lyra Valkyria versus Valentina Perez. So Wendy Chu's out there giving encouragement to Perez. Then towards the end of the match, towards the middle of the match, Elektra Lopez, fine ass, she comes out there. She hands the brass knuckles to Perez, but Perez doesn't use them because Wendy Chu tells her not to. She doesn't need them. And then she eats a nasty roundhouse kick from Lila for the 3 count. So I'm digging this. I'm glad that she's using that spin kick. And I think that's how she should win all her matches versus doing the frog splash they had her doing like a month and a half ago. So I think that's the better finisher going forward for her. But I'm fine with this. I don't know what they're doing with this whole Valentina Perez, Elektra Lopez thing. I really don't. To me, it's not going anywhere fast. So we get a Vengeance Day video diary from Wes Lee. So we get to see his wife, and he's getting ready for Vengeance Day and all this jazz. So Wes Lee, he's backstage with Mackenzie Mitchell. She asked how Vengeance Day was. Lee said it was dope, but did you see Dijak's finger? Then, out of nowhere, Tony D and Stacks, they come in, they interrupt. They point to how they weren't in Wes Lee's video. Tony says Lee benefited from their issues with Dijak, and they expect to be compensated. And Wes Lee says he didn't ask for them to be out there. He didn't need their help. But he's going to hold an open challenge next week, so maybe one of them will have the cannolis to answer it. Tony tells Stacks they have business to handle. And then Tony tells Wes Lee they'll see him next week. So we get a video package. We get a video from Tyler Bate. So basically, Tyler Bate knocks Grayson Waller for acting like a child, following his loss to Braun Breaker at Vengeance Day, saying disrespecting Shawn Michaels was unacceptable. Bate goes on saying that Waller's suspension will be over next week, so he wants to be disrespect. If he wants to disrespect somebody, how about trying to disrespect him? And I'm fine with this. This is cool. So we are shown earlier on in the show. We are shown Grayson Waller having some choice words with Shawn Michaels. That was pretty cool. I like that. So Odyssey Jones versus Stacks. So Stacks wins clean via a knee strike to the neck of Odyssey. I'm like, damn. So I do like that. So that was cool to see him win clean. Next, Jinder Mahal and Veer and Sanga, they're all together. So Jinder says Veer and Sanga are two international icons, united by one desire, finally earning the respect they deserve. Veer says they told the world what was going to happen, but no one believed them until they witnessed the destruction of the creeds. Sanga tells the creeds not to be ashamed because they lost even before the bell rang. Jinder says an entire region rejoiced and celebrated the win. Jinder says now they expect to be treated in NXT how they were treated back home, larger than life superstars. They go on and say that they're moving on to accomplish bigger goals as the creeds have divided them now. and looking over the landscape, they see no other NXT tag team can beat them. Jinder says their NXT takeover has begun. Phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 will end when all three are draped in gold. And I dug this promo. I dug it. That's some good-ass shit right there. I do like that. I could see Jinder being maybe not NXT champion again, but probably a good North American champion. So I think that would be great. Next, Chase University versus Pretty Deadly. Before the match, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson, they're walking backstage. They're trying to find Thea, but they can't find her. So, Roxanne Perez, she's heading into the parking lot, and thankfully she's safe. So, before she leaves, she reveals that Meiko Satomura will be her tag partner next week to take on KC Squared. So, I'm fine with this. That's cool. So, Pretty Deadly versus Chase U. Pretty Deadly wins via spilled milk. And towards the middle of the match, we see Thea Hale. She's back at ringside, and so she's scared for whatever reason. She's screaming, and it's just all types of weird stuff. So I don't know what Schism did to her. I have no idea what happened with her, but she was scared shitless. Hank Walker and Drew Gulak, they're backstage. So, Gulak, he liked the sketch for the new ring gear that Walker sent him. So, Gulak says that he was impressed, and Hank is happy and fired up. Hank says he can take on NXT North American Champion Wes Lee next week in an open challenge. Charlie Dempsey walks up. He interrupts. Dempsey says, "It doesn't matter what you wear in the ring. It matters what you do." Dempsey asks Drew Gulak if he really thinks his boy's ready for Lee. Gulak says he thinks Walker's ready for a rematch with Dempsey. Dempsey says, "Just make sure that Hank doesn't take shortcuts like Gulak." And then they all dip out. And the closing segment, that being Bailey. So she does the ding dong hello show. So she has a sling on her arm. So I'm guessing she got injured in the cage match, which makes sense. On Monday Night Raw, the steel cage match involving her and Becky Lynch. So she mentioned what Becky Lynch and Lita did to her on Raw. She says she's here because she absolutely... She says she's here because she absolutely loves her guests, two of the best in NXT. And she says she saw the NXT women's title slip away through their fingers at Vengeance Day. Betty goes on and introduces Toxic Attraction. So, JC and Gigi, they come through the door, they sit down, they get on the mic, and Bailey acknowledges the tensions between them and what happened at Vengeance Day. So, JC says Gigi screwed her out of the title. Dolin said Roxanne Perez beat JC. So it wasn't Gigi who got screwed. JC says Gigi wasn't being a team player. They continue to argue back and forth. JC says she was a star on her own and doesn't need Gigi. They continue to talk trash. Bailey interrupts, saying they're making everyone feel uncomfortable. Bailey asked if they've thought what they do on their own if they broke up. So right then and there, I knew that's what they were going to go for, is a breakup when they mentioned those words. Gigi said the sky is the limit for her. JC says she goes straight to the top. Bailey says that won't be easier with a ride or die by your side. Someone who knows you and has the same goals and ideas. Gigi and JC, they start to realize how no one else in NXT likes them and their strength in numbers. They go on And Jayne says Jacy says no matter what, Dolin will always be her sister. Gigi agrees. Jacy says they could go their separate ways and see what happens, or they can make one more run. And then Gigi says, as the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Jayne says, no disrespect to Bayley, but they can make a run at Damage Control for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Bayley is like, nah, no offense taken. So the fans mark out in the crowd, and Bayley calls them idiots and tells them not to get excited. Gigi and JC are focusing on the wrong thing, but seem to feel better thanks to Bayley. Bayley says that they're on the same page once again. Let's bring it back. So they hug it out. Bayley tells the fans to get up for the happy couple. So they hug and embrace. Out of nowhere, JC super kicks Dolin. And then JC says, it's never been about us. It's all about me. Fans cheer her on. And then basically she tosses Gigi into Bayley's door, then kicks her head in. And Bayley watches from her chair. And JC laughs and stands tall. And then she continues to taunt Gigi while she's down. And then they basically go off the air. So there was that. I have no idea why they broke them up. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why this is happening. Now, rumors are I'm hearing rumors that both WWE and AEW want Mandy Rose. So I could see a true bidding war starting for her. If that is the case, then maybe that could be why Toxic Attraction broke up. That could be why. I don't see either of them being successful on their own. I just don't. I could see Mandy Rose returning, but you don't. I mean, who knows? But I don't think it'll be a scenario where we'll see both Mandy and Mercedes in AEW. I think it'll be one or the other. I think WWE will get Mandy back. They'll bring her back somehow, and then we'll probably see Mercedes at Revolution next month. So that's probably what's going to happen towards that. But I don't understand the dumb breakup of Toxic Attraction. It doesn't really make any sense to me. I see this going nowhere very fast, and I don't know why Shawn Michaels did this. I really don't. This might come back to bite him in the end. I have no idea why he even did this. But overall, this show was decent nonetheless. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. Let me know your thoughts on what you guys thought about the show. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.